Hey, Leo. Mel, intuitive coach here. Excited to bring in your February 2025 love and family reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome, Leo. In the past position, you have some sort of heartbreak or backstabbing energy. Now, this could be from a family member, from an ex. There was separation here. There was pain, which most of us have in the past. However, this is currently showing up because it may be contributing to an environment or a circumstance that you're currently dealing with today. And I feel some of you may have been the recipient of some deception or maybe lies or even a shocking attack. Queen of Swords crossing your path. This could be from a divine feminine, maybe a mother or a sister. It could even be a coworker. And I feel like you now are able to figure things out. There's an understanding, there's an awareness that is opening your heart. Leo, you have gone through whatever this backstabbing situation was in order to evolve and to connect you closer to your own self-worth, your own self-love. You also have the dragonfly coming out in the present. I love the dragonfly. This is transformation. It is you coming out of a period that, there's the Seven of Swords. There's the sneakiness or the lies, the deception, the backstabbing. That's what you're coming out of. There may even be forgiveness that is taking place. It doesn't mean that there's going to be a physical apology, but there certainly could be a level of healing that includes forgiveness. We also have twin flame coming out here in the future. Now, either some of you are in a twin flame union, you're calling it in, or perhaps that's what was difficult. And maybe you had to whip out your own Queen of Swords and cut something off because of the pain. Perhaps you put up a wall. And because the King of Cups is showing up here as your main energy, I feel like you are putting something behind you in order to open your heart up fully to what it is that you deserve. 100% here. Now, if you are single, I feel like you've cut out the energies that have caused you heartbreak and pain. Physically, you may have cut them out, but emotionally, it's taken some time to heal. Mentally, it's taken some time to heal and to grieve. All right, because we all go through a grieving period. You may even be going through a divorce for some of you. If you are in a relationship currently, there may have been some endings that needed to occur in order for the both of you to come together in some way. Okay, I do see a preparation for union for those of you that are wanting to open your heart up to union, because you have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Those are two lovers. Those are two individuals that have a solid, heartfelt connection, and they love each other through thick and thin. And that's part of the twin flame energy that I see coming out here for you. It's yin and yang. It's balance. It's union. It is complementing each other. It's also polar opposites for some of you. So I love the twin flame showing up because we're actually seeing the Two of Cups here in your reading, and that also can be twin flame energy. So let's dive in here. Past, we have some backstabbing. This corresponds with the Seven of Swords in your deep, deep past. So this may have happened during your childhood. Perhaps you've seen behaviors that have replicated in your life in some way. Maybe there's been a pattern that you've broken out of. Leo, I also see here that you've gone through maybe infidelity, or you've gone through lies, or it feels like you were walking on eggshells, maybe even walking on glass here, because you can see that she's sneaking out of the window, trying not to get caught. And if this is a family situation, you may have witnessed this from, siblings, or there may have been a family secret. For some of you, this goes way back to, again, this feeling of secrecy, and that has affected how you open your heart up in relationships. So I see that you've done a lot of work to really push through a new belief system here around what honesty, integrity, and truth feel like to you, and to attract those type of relationships into your world. Now, you have the dragonfly, which I love. This is your present energy. The dragonfly represents massive change and transformation. It's also about lighthearted energy, being able to adapt to a new way of thinking, a new way of being. Leo, you're finding things out, not just about maybe the world around you or relationships that you are in, but you're finding out a lot about yourself. This tells me that you've been going through personal transformation. There's bits and parts of yourself that you are aware of, and some of them are beautiful, and some of them are worth investigating more, because you can evolve, you can grow from them. And I see here that there's a lot coming to light. There's a lot that's out in the open now that perhaps was hidden in the past, the deep past. And it could even be certain parts of yourself that you suppressed in order to fit in, or in order to feel likable, or to please others, for you people pleasers out there. But I feel like you are saying, wait a second, I have to be my own soulmate first. I have to, take a look at the good, the bad, the ugly, and love myself enough to know that I'm worthy of great love. I'm worthy of affection and honesty and respect. And that may have taken a little bit of time for you, Leo. It took a little bit of time is what I see. But what I am feeling is your heart is big. It is expansive. It is beautiful. And in the future position, we have twin flames. You are encountering, if you have not already, a twin flame, or definitely a strong, strong soulmate union. I don't often talk about twin flames here on the channel, because I feel like there's such a misconceived connotation over what twin flames really are. And a lot of us, we feel like we're in a twin flame union, but it can certainly be a karmic or a soulmate. So again, take it as it resonates for you. But this is a divine connection that is based on union and duality. And in order for you to get to this place, the other part of you, you had to go through perhaps something very karmic, or a situation that kind of broke you wide open. You see here that the backstabbing, you have the butter knife and you have the pomegranate. If you have ever cut up a pomegranate, you know that it stains your hands. That red is hard to get off. And whatever this was, it stained you. It stained your energy. It stained your perception on love in some way. But after a while, that red starts to disappear. That pain starts to lessen, and we open up our hearts to a whole new level, and we say, perhaps we can have another opportunity to love again. Perhaps I don't have to stay in this mindset of heartbreak or isolation or loneliness. So I feel like you're opening up your world in a very big way here. Now, bottom of the deck, we have abundance. This is beautiful. Some of you are working on your finances, your wealth, your money, your career, but I also see you staying positive. You're staying positive that love is available to you in all forms, not just in a romantic sense, but all forms. You're seeing love all around you, Leo, in nature, in the animals, in children, in strangers, right? In your family, and in your personal relationships. I feel like you are manifesting here great opportunities all around, and there's some blessings, some really beautiful blessings lining up for you. You may not see this coming. If this isn't in your life yet, it could take you by surprise because I have the shock factor right behind it. There could be some sudden change that comes in, a surprise, an epiphany, a transformation that kind of hits you like that lightning bolt. And because it's partnered with abundance, I feel like this is a good shock. This is like a shock to the system after kind of going in that state of non-existence. Or think of the heart when it stops beating, right? We shock it back to life. And I feel like that's what's happening. It's like you're being shocked back to life in some way here, but it also has to do with your mindset. It has to do with you, being grateful for everything. It has to do with you being in love with life, being in love with yourself. And I see blessings coming in. Maybe it's a shock when you meet someone. Perhaps it's a shock how things turn out for you, but it does feel like the truth or the light, the sun basically is coming out here. You're able to see something clearly, and that changes the game. That changes everything. Now, starting off, you have the King of Cups. King of Cups could be you, or it could be someone that you are calling in or dealing with, because we do have the King and the Queen here. So the King of Cups, he's someone who's very loving, very supportive, emotionally intelligent, patient, and compassionate. Now, oftentimes, you'll see the King of Cups on his own island because he keeps people at an arm's length until he truly trusts that he trusts the situation, or trusts that he can open his heart up fully, that someone is not going to, hurt him or betray him. But when he loves 100%. And I see here someone could enjoy water. All right, they may have a boat, they may enjoy water sports or activities. There could even be a cruise lined up for those of you that are taking a cruise. Maybe you meet someone, but I do feel like this individual could even be a water sign. But this is a beautiful energy of emotion and contentment and just feeling good with the heart. Feeling good with the heart. He could even be a therapist or a doctor or a healer of some sort, or has gone through a lot of pain and hurt himself, but that's actually softened him into opening his heart up more than ever. Now, what's crossing your path is the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords here, when she's the challenge, she is not fun to be in. Her and the Queen of Wands in reverse, that is Mean Girls right there. Now, Queen of Swords, if you lie to her, right, she will take that sword and she will cut through it and she will say bye-bye. The Queen of Swords in reverse, sometimes she can even be manipulative, cold. She can cut you off, but sometimes she can be a little wishy-washy, a little bit back and forth because she lets her emotions get the best of her. Even though she's an air sign, which is about the mental part of it, she tends to overthink her emotions at times, and she tries to find the best solution, but it doesn't always pan out when she's letting that rage and that anger control her or get the best of her. It comes out in harsh words. It comes out as miscommunication even. It can feel very distractive to her because she doesn't always know how to process the emotional part of what's going on. So this could be someone that you are dealing with. Perhaps you are the King of Cups, perhaps you're the Queen of Swords here. And I just feel like this combination isn't fun. This can be taken advantage of, right? It can be opening your heart up to something just to be stonewalled, or opening yourself up to, hope that someone can soften towards you. But at the same time, this could be someone's ex as well. Someone's ex could be very cold, very harsh. And that could be affecting a dynamic. Someone is also possibly getting divorced. All right. If this is the twin flame, because again, we have King and Queen of Cups here. If this is you or someone else, someone is going through a divorce here with someone who is very ruthless. They may be trying to destroy the King of Cups or even the Queen of Cups. And I just feel like that is what is coming to light. There's some sort of truth about a situation that maybe this person is no longer in this union, that they are no longer part of this crap show is kind of what I feel like with the Five of Cups here showing up, the Five of Cups, the Ten of Swords. There's an ending taking place due to someone's maybe dishonesty or someone's behavior while they were not able to process their emotions. They lashed out. They said things. They did things that were unacceptable when it comes to a union. And maybe that's all part of the backstabbing here. Okay. It's all part of the backstabbing. Page of Swords. There were some ugly truths, some ugly love that came up here. And I see with this Page of Swords, there may have been a lot of gossip. There were problems around spying even, or just truths that it cut to the core. Look at that death symbol on the kite. It's like some sort of truth came out and it caused one to separate or divorce. All right, separate or divorce. For some of you, this is someone else that you're dealing with. This King of Cups could be like a brother. It could be a father even. And maybe this is a step parent for some of you. For others of you, if you yourself are dealing with, roles can be reversed here. Take the King and the Queen as it resonates to you. But you may be dealing with someone who tried to win at all costs, or it just feels like they went cold. They went numb to a situation here. Things are coming out. Things are changing. Things are coming to light. And this Ten of Swords, it says divorce certificate right there. So it does feel like there is an ending that is looming, an ending to the backstabbing, right? The Seven of Swords, the Ten of Swords is on top of each other. So I feel like that's what's coming to an end. And for those of you that you're saying, Mel, this happened a long time ago, this could be partially your twin flame. Even if you haven't met them yet, this could be what they're going through at this time. And for those of you that have met them and maybe you've been at a distance, there is a connection. There is a connection that you two are exploring. I see that. Now, Five of Cups in the near future. Five of Cups is past pain receding and hope emerging, because you've gone through, or someone has gone through that disappointment, that Seven of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the backstabbing, and they've done the grieving. I feel like the grieving has taken place. Think of a funeral. She's at a funeral here. She is grieving over the loss, over the death of, it could be an actual individual. For some of you, this is the death of an old life, which even if you are the person who's asking for a divorce, there's still grieving that is involved, because that is the shedding of an old part of you. And I feel like there is a level here of healing that you have really worked on. And that's what I mean in the very beginning of your reading. You've done some deep, deep work. And in your energy, here we have the Three of Pentacles. There is collaborations here. There is connectivity. The Three of Pentacles is teamwork and cooperation. It is planning as well. So there's some sort of planning, like planning for the next steps, or, what do I do from here? If this is you getting divorced, Leo, or perhaps this is someone you're dealing with, I feel like there is a coming together and a talking or discussing, what the next steps could look like. Maybe the sales of a home, or, what does it look like when I finally am able to release this old situation, and how can I come towards maybe a twin flame union? And I don't feel like it's necessarily back to back, but I feel like this Queen of Swords may have been causing some havoc. All right. The Queen of Swords here, whomever she is, I feel like she may have been lashing out because she was dealing with some grief or some loss herself. And again, that doesn't excuse anyone's behavior, but I feel like Past pain is receding and new hope is emerging here with the help of others, maybe therapy as well. It looks like this is a therapist, maybe teaching people how to be more balanced. You see that he's pointing here to the Karen. I feel like you're listening here. It's like you're listening to your inner self. You're listening to your inner truth. Now in the environment, here we have the Queen of Cups. This is beautiful. King and Queen of Cups, both in the upright position. This is the twin flame dynamic. Now we have the Emperor showing up in the hopes and fears. However, he's in reverse. And this is interesting here because the Emperor in reverse is control, narcissism, greed, envy. It's not a good leader. This could be someone that has a lot of money. It could be someone who has a lot of say, a lot of control, a lot of power, but they use it to manipulate. That's a fear. And this may be attached to the Queen of Swords. The hope is that you can find common ground, that you can find some sort of stability here. That you and someone that you are connected with, I mean, some of you, you're married and this is an ex that's possibly fighting over maybe a child, okay? Or it could be child custody, child placement, child support with the Page of Swords. And you're trying to do what you can, maybe bringing something back to court. You're trying to collaborate. You're trying to work together on some family matters here. For others of you, this is someone acting out in a very childish way. Someone's not getting their way and it's really upsetting them. But I feel like you are doing you. Leo, you have someone here, okay? Someone here. If they're not here yet, they're coming in. King and Queen is a power couple. King and Queen of Cups. It means that no matter what, love shall prevail. The two of you can overcome anything together. Now, your final outcome is the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands. Look at all these twos showing up here. Okay, I guess we only have two twos, but it's both your outcome. So 2 and 2 equals 4. 4 is the number of stability. It feels like after a period of stagnancy, complacency, doubting, indecision, it feels like you are stepping outside of your comfort zone and you're doing something different. And I feel by doing something different, it addresses an issue here. And I see the Two of Cups coming together. This makes perfect sense with your key themes, twin flames showing up in the near future. Two of Cups is your outcome energy. The Two of Cups is an important partnership, whether it's a soulmate, as I mentioned, whether it is a twin flame, but it's yin and yang. And that's what it says here on the twin flame card. So there's a complementing of energies here. And it feels like the both of you are figuring something out, something that has caused you to pause and reflect and evaluate where you're at. The Two of Wands says that there's a decision point here. You've been asking the universe, you've been praying, you've been exploring, and I feel like you will come up with a decision. And this decision has to do with stepping outside of a comfort zone. No more doubting, no more hesitating, but it's time to take action is what I'm getting here. And for those of you that are in a partnership and maybe there's been someone external that is affecting or interfering with this partnership, I just feel like there will be a collaboration. There will be some sort of teamwork, whether it's through legal proceedings, whether it is through like divorce court, lawyers, things of that nature. But I actually feel like you will get through whatever the struggle is, whatever the pain is. Now, I also see for some of you, there has been a death or there's been a loss in the family, and you might have maybe a very upset sibling or sister or even mother. There's a Queen of Swords who's angry. She's upset here because some sort of truth is out and there may be repercussions. There may be accountability. Maybe someone has to pay for their actions in some way. And it just feels like you are coming up with a plan to move forward up out of this energy. All right. For those of you that are single, I definitely feel like you are attracting someone soon. I do see here March or April as well. We have Aries energy here showing up. So Aries season is the start of the astrological new year. So Aries season could be a time where you do attract this twin flame union. What else do we have here for timing? I mean, that's the big timing card is Aries season, which is right around the corner. Let's get a message from the wisdom of the oracle. What do we have here? Yeah, someone could be jealous. I'm just going to put this out there as well. I think maybe I already said this, but someone is jealous of another relationship. So for example, if you have left a union, or maybe this is a family member who is unhappy to see you happy. I mean, that's unfortunate, but it feels like you are moving forward. You are attracting abundance. You may be really leading a successful life here. And this Queen of Swords, she's jealous. Perhaps she's trying to spread rumors. She's trying to sabotage. She's trying to spread lies. And it just tells me that you are going to not let this bring you down. Maybe it has in the past, but I feel like you've learned some valuable lessons, as I've mentioned, and there could have even been some shocking attacks, but yeah, you're putting something to rest. Look at, you have the time for a nap card, and you have the to be fair. There's the justice. You're putting something to rest. Some of you could be born on the 24th, or you may be 38 years old. All right, let's take a look here. 24, time for a nap. You're putting something to rest. 24, rejuvenation, renewal, temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. When it comes to matters of the when it comes to matters of the heart, don't be in too much of a rush to, take action. I do feel like plans are important here. It could even be that you are thinking of the next steps, but it says here, don't make plans. But I feel like if you're not partnered, it's good to take time out to get to know yourself. But if you are involved with someone, it says relax, just be with your partner. And I feel like what this is saying is not to not make plans and move forward, but it's saying that justice is going to happen without you maybe doing too much. It feels like there's justice that is kind of going to peek its head out. Maybe that's part of the dragonfly, some sort of justice, some sort of divorce. It feels like someone could be worried with the Five of Pentacles. They could be, or excuse me, Five of Cups. There could even be some sort of bitterness or loss, but I don't feel like this is you. I feel if anything, you've already done this piece of it. And I feel like now you're able to breathe, you're able to rest. That's what I'm really getting with this time for a nap card. Patience is the key to your heart's desire. And if you are a human being, not a human doing, some of you could be suffering from like workaholism, or it feels like at times you have gone as far as you can go with the 10 of Swords here. It says, don't be an empty well where you have no reserve for others. Don't let your ego keep you going full speed when your body and spirit need rest. So if that is something you are being called, right, just to rest at this time, and maybe that's also part of the Three of Pentacles. You see there at the cairn, this is just grounding. And we said that at the very beginning of your reading, I think, grounding, finding balance, and just coming out of a situation that has been heavy. Take a little bit of time. Sometimes that body needs time to fully recuperate after a lot of stress, after a lot of tension. And then you have card 38. I feel like this is also tied to and connected to the rest card. And it says, can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as asking to be understood. As well, let's see, there is much to be learned, and you will learn it if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is one where there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. Now it says here also the protection piece of it. Injustice is part of life, but they don't have to define your experience. This is a time when you may observe an injustice righted and fairly redressed. Perhaps you come to the rescue of someone else, or you're called to answer for a personal slight. You will be amazed by the sense of power that surges through you when you stand up for yourself. This card also indicates a good time to advocate for others who are less fortunate. Choose your cause and commit to it because you can make a difference. If fairness is your intention, the situation will be resolved for the highest good of all through kindness, empathy, and courage. All right. So I definitely feel like something is being put to rest. Some of you, there's a final court date, a final hearing. There may be like one final step of you putting this to rest before balance is restored. That is what I see here. Yeah, before balance is restored. And the balance is the Two of Cups. It's the Ace of Cups, or excuse me, the Queen and the King of Cups coming together. That creates two. So there is a balance being restored after some sort of heartbreak, after some sort of loss. Now, some of you, okay, I'm getting two messages here. There may have been a loss in the family that had caused a separation. Maybe it's this Page of Swords. Maybe there's some sort of child or someone wanted to start a family but couldn't. Perhaps there's been the loss of a child here, and I'm sending you so much hugs if that is you. That's most definitely not an easy thing to go through, and someone may have gone cold. Someone may have shut the heart down. If this Queen of Swords doesn't represent anyone else in a union, in a marriage, it could be a part of yourself, or it could be a part of the person that you are dealing with after some sort of loss or heartbreak. Someone may have just shut down. It may have been too much for them, and they kind of shut down everything. Now, I also see, I'm seeing the name Mary Ann, but what Spirit is giving me is someone could have a name, like their first name, but it's two names in one. So for example, like Mary Ann, someone could have the name Mary, someone could have the name Anne. So if you have two names blended in one, there could be something specific or special in this reading for you to pay attention to. Now, this is kind of a heavy reading here, Leo. You've gone through a lot, but because I have the dragonfly here, you are spreading your wings. You are bringing things to light. You're healing. Pay attention to your dreams. There's possibly a part of your own heart that is being unlocked at this time, so you can prepare for union. For those of you that are single, for those of you that have gone through, divorce or endings, it feels like you're putting something to rest. There's a final piece of it. Maybe the physical piece has been gone for quite some time. Maybe you've been divorced for 10 years or 10 months. Perhaps there's been the emotional or the mental piece kind of had to catch up with it. And I feel like there's a finalization coming in above you. And also, I think maybe it was Gemini's reading. If you're connecting to a Gemini, which we do have a little bit of sword energy here for you. If you're connecting to a Gemini, they also had a message of one last piece being put into place before that connection, before that energy of bringing something together. So Leo, if you are dealing with a Gemini, you may want to check that one out. But this is what I have for you. There are better times ahead. Two of Cups. There's a union. There's a partnership. You can get through anything here. And I feel like I'm hearing it's about time. It's about time. So Leo, that is what I have for you, beautiful souls. If this resonates, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thank you so much for being here.